All right. Manoole madness again.
Take two.
You know, these things pop up on my screen and it's so annoying.
What you should do is just disable the thing. The thing don't come up
Yeah.
on my screen now, but the thing disabled.
Yeah.
Disable it.
And I didn't put it on airplane mode this time too.
You're a rookie,
Not a rookie.
Mom. Did
So,
you put it on airplane mode?
what we said was in
Did
the
you
other
put
one that's not going to be uploaded is we're
Yeah.
on our way to work.
Mhm.
It's the only day this week that we have to work.
Right.
What do we have?
Baked spaghetti. Yeah.
And how many pans do we have?
Four. Four of them.
Four
Count them.
pans.
1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
Whoa.
Four of them.
and then what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Spaghetti.
And you had to what?
Tap out.
Because you is a
Grandmaster champion of the
Rookie.
whole world's universe.
rookie.
Bruh,
Rookie.
I'm the Grandmaster champion of the whole world's
He's the
universe.
rookie. And besides, okay, so he's always getting me on this number game that we play, right? Because he's up at 1:43 in the morning. He's like, 1:43, I love you. And we have 9.
I was up late
Things of
last
time.
night. Late.
So-
I went to sleep at 1 o'clock.
This morning I got up at 4:15 to start cooking, and Daddy was sleeping and snoring, right? So at 4:30, I was like 4-3, love you, 4-3, love you, 4-3, and I got them all, and I went 4-3-1, 4-3-2.
I had to tap out. I like, yeah, okay, all right, you win.
So by the time we left the house today, he is 90 points behind me. So I told him, how does it feel? Because he always does that to me. I'm like, bruh, I'm sleeping.
Watch what happened. though. Watch what happened by the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll see.
Watch
90.
what happened.
90.
Watch what happened.
Okay.
I'll get all 90 right over here, just going to Kailua right now.
But I was a mess this morning because I don't know if it had to do with me not taking my meds or what.
But you need some medication.
Last night I went to sleep at like by 7:30, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I
you
went to
sleep
bed
early.
at 7:30 and probably a little bit before 8 I was sleeping. And then, but then if you think about it, is not like I slept 12 hours. I woke up at 4. So
Yeah,
I actually had a full night's sleep, right?
right.
And I woke up once to pee, I think. Oh, that
Come
was
on,
like,
maybe right now for sushi. No.
but I woke up this morning. Let me tell you. Let me
Woke
tell you
up
something.
this
Let me
morning,
tell you something. Okay.
smile
you.
with the rising sun.
So my body was just, everything was shaking like this. So I'm trying to cook and I'm using heavy things and I can't lift it. And I'm dropping things and spilling things and burning
Look at it,
myself.
clear as day.
And then the cat is super naughty this morning, running around, jumping on everything, jumping in places that
She's
she's
such
not.
a sweetheart this morning. Came in.
Bruh,
Damn,
she
damn.
run out all her energy.
Huh?
And then when you came out, she's like, oh, I want love. I'm tired now. She was behind the TV.
That's
She
my
was
girl.
up on the table. She was all climbing up the curtain. I mean, places. And she was on crack this morning. And I'm like, bruh, you need to chill. So I stuck her in her timeout cage for 10 minutes. And then she had that pitiful meow. I let her out. And she was good. I was holding her and I was talking to her. And she was good for a little while. Then she was on crack again. Then Daddy wakes up. And she's like all loving and sweet and, you know, like
Yeah, she was so-
innocent. And
Yeah. So I don't know what you're talking about, because she was all good this morning.
you're lucky you didn't get big cat this morning. I was trying to deal with my own muscle issues, and then she's being naughty, and I had to stop like every couple minutes to get her off of someplace or whatever. I'm like, boy, she's testing my patience this morning. But oh my gosh,
It's all right.
I'm super
It's a
tired.
beautiful day. We started off this day beautifully.
Please, Lord, bring us customers so we can go in, sell food, and get out because I'm tired. But we need the money. Gotta pay some bills.
Yeah.
So
That's one thing I love about our work. Our work, It all depends on us cracking that ass
Yeah.
and customers coming, and boom, we can pay the bill. We got it. Dang.
Yeah. And then we can take off. Like, that's the perks of owning your own business, right? And
Yeah.
running your own business is like you work when you want, when you need.
Yep.
You can get off whenever you want to. You want to work half a day, you can work half a day.
Oh, cool cut.
You know, you want to work the whole day, you can. I mean, sometimes we stay later too, you know,
Yep.
just because we have nothing else to do. And sometimes the truckers, like, usually we leave around 2, but sometimes we stay till like 4 just because we're tired to clean up. And we just want to chill.
Mhm.
And then 3:30, 4 o'clock, we get like 4 or 5 more customers. They go, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are still here," you know.
Yeah.
So
Everything works out.
Yeah.
Everything comes together like your butt cheeks.
there we go.
Huh?
That's one.
What that?
You're talking about my butt again. See, you didn't even make it. I think like 10 minutes in the vlog. You realize that?
Look at that. They just dug all that.
I
But you know
know.
why? Because they don't dig them all the way.
That's
and
what I
all that.
said.
It's crazy.
I think I'm getting a cold sore. What?
I thought you
Cold-
bumped your lip.
I dropped my phone on the corner of the phone hit my lip. Dropped it on my face. But
How you
I
do
saw
that?
it bloodied the inside
Only
of
a
my lip.
rookie does that.
I've been putting Blistex, but
Only rookies do that.
I feel like it's gonna be a cold sore. It's gonna be like, I
Rookies,
hate that.
rookies do that.
I'm not a rookie. Okay, so why don't you tell everybody what you were doing until stupid early in the morning? Because when I was trying to
Yeah.
go to bed, he was like, "Ooh, I have an idea."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm going to bed."
So
Go get 'em.
there's this internet newspaper archives program that you can access any newspaper in the country and go back decades and decades and
Oh,
decades
it's like all over.
all over.
Wow.
Yeah. So you just gotta put in where. So I went to Star Bulletin. Star Bulletin, yeah. I just ended up focusing on Camp Ford housing, Khalid Valley housing. I put down Khalid Valley housing, and I got some stuff from there, but it wasn't a Star advertiser.
Oh,
I guess because they bought out another news.
yeah.
They bought out
One
the
of
Star
the-
Bulletin, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's Star advertiser, but it used to be Honolulu advertiser.
Honolulu Star Bulletin.
Yeah, Honolulu Star Bulletin now.
But that
So-
means you can look up your dad. Maybe
Yeah,
articles about your dad.
that maybe, yeah. And but I did find in there my mom and dad's wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I found that.
Wow.
So I got that. I got a bunch of stuff that was really cool. Augie T. His grandmother was part of the Aloha Mothers Club, and I had multiple clubs back then. I
But that
never
was also
realized.
your mom brand though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see your mom too.
Yeah, so no, I have the pictures of it, but Mrs. Adams was involved. Looked like Mrs. Adams then was involved way before, or either that or my mom just now, like, because everybody mentioned in there, that's all my mom's friends. Yeah, so Auntie Stella, Waikiki, she married my classmate Tovia Fatu. Tovia Fatu was one of my best friends in elementary, and they left. I remember when they left, right, to Samoa. They came back 2 years later. So a Hawaiian woman, Samoan man, and they ended up coming back and moving into Merites. And I remember that. I remember they came back and moved to Merites, and so I had the articles about them. You know what I mean? And they were doing. But I'll tell you something. When I look back over there, a lot of people was into volunteering and all that. That was like a thing. I thought it was just my mother's thing,
Mhm.
but it looks like it was a thing for everybody. You know what I mean? Well, a lot of people. You know, I seen Ron Silva, who used to coach our basketball team, Major A, Major B, and the girls team. We took championship. All three teams took championship, and his son was infamous for jacking that occurred years later. I remember the sisters Wendy and Cindy, not Wendy, but Corey and Wendy and Corey Silver. That was the sisters. Annie was the mom. They used to live over there. Then they moved to Hawaii housing. So I got a whole bunch of information.
Wow.
You just gotta go today while we selling food. We can just go down the list and see stuff.
We should print it and put it in like page protectors and make like an album.
Yeah. It was a fun time, and you know what's fun is like seeing the names and the places and all that. The team was bringing back pictures in my head and all that. You know what I mean? Like it was awesome, bro. It was awesome. It was a good experiment, but I kept looking for that one incident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I tried to
And-
Google it before too, because I
and it-
figured it's such a major thing that
Yeah.
it
yeah.
had to have been in the news or
Right,
something, the
right.
papers.
You know, so I seen, you know, stuff, but it was like 87 or whatever, and whatnot. And no more even a thing. John Menezes is stabbing. John Menezes was stabbed the security guard in the housing. I never even find that yet.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if it was a time when, you know, they don't report that kind of stuff. I don't know.
So what time did you come to bed?
1 o'clock.
Oh, that's not bad. I
Yeah.
thought you came to bed like 3 o'clock or
No,
something.
1 o'clock. You know, I was like,
1
I was
o'clock.
hanging already.
1 o'clock. So when I woke up at 4:15, you had like a total 3-hour, 15-minute nut nap, and you were still knocked out. You woke
Mhm.
up at like what, 5?
I was
something?
freaking tired. Yeah, 5:55. I woke up. I remember seeing 5:55. So
Oh yeah, that's right. It's almost 6 o'clock.
I declared total absolute
No.
victory.
No, it doesn't work that way.
What you mean?
Nope.
It's the numbers. 555. It's the
No.
magical numbers that wipe out all your numbers that you claim.
No, it does not work
Huh?
that way. Nope.
My rules, my game.
No.
My game, my rules.
No.
Huh? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Totally sure.
You sure?
Absolutely sure. Yes.
But big spaghetti, baby.
You excited?
Yeah. And we got some cold plane delivered yesterday. You know, and Brother Solomon, I told him I'd call him up. I said, brother, you know, whatever you need them for, right there, but we got cold plane, but you know what I mean? So Hawaiians working together, but it's just an amazing thing.
I think that's what's wrong nowadays with it. You're saying everybody back then volunteered.
Yeah.
I think that's
There was
what's
a
wrong
lot.
with
If
the
you
world
look at the
now.
articles, almost every article about Kali Valley housing was dealing in some way of people giving back.
See,
That
So
was
back
like
then it was-
that was like a thing.
back then it was everybody being selfless and helping others. Nowadays, everything is about everybody's self.
And I have this understanding that my mom, she never used to like be in the public eye and all that. You know what I mean? She never. You know,
That's kind of like you too. It's just people put you in the public eye because you're
Yeah.
a very strong speaker and
yeah.
you know people listen to you and stuff. So, but you do a lot of things in the background.
Yeah.
But now you're like
Huh?
in the picture.
In the picture?
Yeah. You know what I noticed?
What's that?
I noticed like so when I had my Todd's paralysis, right? And I did all the rehab. I guess my focus was walking again, right? I had to learn to walk and write and stuff like that. So that was my main focus. I never realized that the right side of my face has never come back completely.
Oh, yeah.
I never noticed
see.
that.
Oh.
It's not. No, because it's interesting. I never noticed it till we started watching the videos
Yeah.
that I can see it. My right side still has a droop, you know? And my eyes are like really droopy. Sometimes it looks like
I
I'm
don't know. I
falling
thought you were
asleep.
just trying to wink at me and get sexy with me.
No. Sometimes it looks like I'm falling asleep in the videos because my eyes are so like droopy, you know? But it's interesting. I noticed that it's like really like, you know, like a post-stroke thing.
Beautiful.
But I guess that's something I'm never going to get back. That, you know, once it did that, it's interesting. So I'm all crooked. Like
What?
I'm all
We're no. We're off grid.
off. So
Hey,
my,
look at a cold plane over there.
so I started my
Oh, the
my,
space course.
my face went off grid first.
It just matches what we do.
But it's funny because I think when I smile, I don't see like a big difference. It's just when my face is pressed.
Just smile? Hey,
Something's wrong with you.
what you mean?
Something's wrong with you.
Why is something gotta be wrong with me?
Because you are, one, always talking about my ass.
Yes.
Two,
I don't see what's wrong with that.
you don't see what's wrong with that.
Nope.
Because that's not a conversation that people usually have.
That's
Like-
the conversation I'm having.
No.
They should make the road right there and come out to the other.
Yeah. A separate one for the shopping center?
Yeah.
They might.
They get one over there, but
They might.
for the new one.
Yeah. And that might
lot of
alleviate
space.
traffic. You know when something goes off wrong in Campbell, like
Yeah.
the whole place is like locked up.
Stuck.
You can't, there's no way out other than this.
Nobody move, nobody get hurt.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? All kinds of boxes.
Fruits.
Probably watermelons.
Yeah, look like watermelon.
Looks like a watermelon box. There's all kinds of way. You know, I love watermelon, but I hate cutting it because it's too big.
Too big. That's what she said.
That's not what she said.
Huh? What?
It's
What
like,
you say?
it's like the Three Little Bears.
Mm-hmm.
This is too hot.
Oh, they're looking at one of Sam's new drivers.
Oh yeah. So yeah, okay. I want to talk about it. Yeah, they're delivering all those watermelons to Costco. They're squeaky. I wonder how much money, if you count all the money the houseless make by standing on the corners
Mm.
asking for money. I wonder how much a year they can actually make. I mean, you know what I mean? I think that's better than
Everybody
them
gotta hustle,
stealing.
man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's better than them stealing and doing
Yeah.
that. So, I mean, they're
They're
hustling
working.
and it's hard
They're
work.
working.
It's hard. It's hot
They keep-
outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know? And it's a high risk thing because
Yeah.
cars can bump into you or
Yeah.
can crash into you.
So I don't mind like doing that. I don't give money to people who just want to turn around and go buy alcohol. You know what I mean? Like I've done that before. So now when people are like, especially outside 7-Eleven, asking for stuff, I ask them, "What do you want? I'll go get it for you. You know, whatever you want, I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Tell me 10 things, I'll get it. But I'm not giving you money.
You know,
Just
when I'm
gonna
broke,
turn around.
So I was like, sorry, man. I gotta
Yeah.
take care of my family.
But you know, we've given our last dollar, literally our last dollar to homeless, right?
That's the blessing, baby.
So we're almost at work.
Yeah.
How many pans?
Lilo Boulevard.
You think that we're gonna sell? I think we're gonna have extra.
All I know is that whatever happens is in full
It
control.
doesn't matter because Daddy will take one for the team and.
I will definitely, yeah. I'm
oh,
there.
look at the truck
Yeah.
separated. Oh no, maybe that's. Was that Bobby? That was Bobby.
Ryan screw.
Yeah.
Two big ass beams. Transporting the beams.
So, you know, I was gonna tell you.
Okay.
Remember, I told you the person that messaged me
Yeah.
after I said what I said, it's gonna stop.
Right.
It stopped.
Oh, everybody, on three, everybody. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh,
I was laughing about that. I'm like in. I mean, part of me is like, yeah, I can believe it, but really, like, I can't. Like, really, you think that was the motive? Like again?
Just looking for like, hey, this itchy right now.
That's Like-
Maneo. He said Maneo. We just were singing the Maneo
Yeah,
song.
see?
Yeah.
See? You put it out there in,
Yeah.
in the environment.
Yeah, it's Maneo.
But I mean, like,
Just
honestly.
trying to rekindle, what we had long.
Okay, first of all, it's one thing
Rekindle.
if I was that kind of person, right? Like if I was to do sneaky links and stuff, okay?
Right.
So it's one thing for me. But the other thing that surprises me is that he knows your background,
Right.
right? So why would you want to fuck with that? Like, that's the part that mind boggles me.
Man, that's why I know you've been tripped, bro. I already know.
It's
You already
crazy.
know.
You already know.
So
Oh,
watch your toes, brother.
we
Watch
gotta
your
get the
toes.
tent out and put the table
Yeah.
up.
There we
I'm
go.
tired.
Like that.
We don't have like somebody that can do it for us. Like, I have a dishwasher.
It's on us.
Like,
We're here on the corner of Kalaeloa Boulevard and Olai Street. You can only make a right turn. So if you just look left,
Yeah.
right in front of the slaughterhouse, you'll see my black Ford F-250 with my 13 by 13 tent. And we are with baked spaghetti. Come and get it.
come get it before it's gone. But guess what?
What?
By the time they see the video, it's gonna be gone.
Oh, well.
Daddy will eat it for you.
Yeah, I got you. Love, peace, and happiness, y'all. We out of here.